Halle Bailey just dropped a bomb on her baby daddy, DDG, in court. And the receipts are wild. We're talking bruises, chipped teeth, and a judge who couldn't believe what they were hearing, ultimately granting her temporary custody.
Halle was granted temporary sole physical and legal custody of her son that she shares with DDG Halo until June 4th, until a court hearing.
About to break down everything, from the shocking court docs to DDG's live reaction when he found out, and all the juicy drama that's still unfolding. Halle's restraining order against DDG. In a move nobody saw coming, the Little Mermaid baddie Halle Bailey, 25, just secured a restraining order against her baby daddy and ex-man DDG after dropping a bomb 52-page filing in Los Angeles County Superior Court on May 13, 2025. The tea is scalding hot, fam. Bailey brought all the receipts for physical, verbal, emotional, and financial abuse. Talk about going from bae to bail real quick. The court docs read like a straight episode of First 48, detailing a January 2025 incident where DDG allegedly yanked Halle's hair and smashed her face into the steering wheel, literally chipping her tooth and leaving her arms all bruised up. Halle ain't just talking either. She brought receipts with photos of all her injuries. In her own words, "I then stopped fighting back, as I was in a lot of pain." That's wild, bro. The court documents break it all down. According to Halle, she was just trying to strap little man Halo into his car seat during what was supposed to be a regular convo about visitation. Instead, DDG allegedly got all heated and started yelling, "Get out of my car!" That made their son start crying. When Halle wasn't trying to bounce because she was worried about Halo, things got mad ugly. The pics of her injuries that went to the judge reportedly show clear marks on her arms and damage to her tooth. That's hard evidence you can't just talk your way out of. And the toxic behavior? Steady. In another episode that sounds straight out of a Tyler Perry movie, DDG allegedly broke into Halle's crib in March 2025, snapped a pic of her empty bed, and then sent it with a suspect text implying she was creeping. The court docs say, he texted something like, "Now I know what you've been on, LOL. Major trust issues and jealousy. Like, who does that weirdo stuff?" Later, when she wouldn't let him take their son Halo because both she and the baby were sick, which is just basic parenting, no cap, he reportedly smashed her phone, busted her Ring doorbell, and launched her phone out the car window while calling her out of her name. Police report? You already know she filed that. According to the court docs, Halle said DDG straight pulled off with her phone while she was still holding Halo, leaving her stranded with no way to call for help. That's some super foul behavior with a baby involved. And the drama kept coming. During Mother's Day 2025, DDG had the audacity to accuse Halle of being with other men while she was just on vacation with her sister and baby in St. Lucia. The jealousy jumped out, for real. According to her court testimony, DDG was sending her weird messages accusing her of being with R&B singer Brent Faiyaz on some private island, based on internet gossip. Imagine trying to enjoy your Mother's Day trip and having to deal with that type of nonsense. The judge wasn't playing any games and immediately granted a temporary restraining order, keeping DDG at least 100 yards away from Halle, their 16-month-old son Halo, their home, and her vehicle. He also can't have any weapons, and this is the crazy part. He can't talk about Halle or Halo on any of his socials. YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, X. That's a major L for a content creator who's always putting his business in the streets. The social media ban is extra tough because a big part of Halle's complaint is that DDG's been using his massive platform to send his followers after her. Legal experts say this type of restriction is becoming more common in high-profile cases where online harassment can be just as dangerous as someone pulling up on you. Taking away a content creator's ability to monetize drama with their baby mama, that's hitting them right in the pockets. And it shows the court ain't playing about this situation. In a big W for Mama Bear rights, Halle was also granted temporary sole physical and legal custody of little man Halo until June 4, 2025. The judge will decide then if this becomes permanent, but they're already asking that DDG be limited to supervised visits only. We're talking 6 hours weekly with a professional chaperone, on God. This type of supervised visitation request ain't thrown around for nothing. The fact that the judge granted the temporary custody order suggests they weren't playing about Halle's concerns for her son's safety. Court documents show she specifically requested that the supervised visits happen only in Los Angeles County, with a professional third party present. Those strict requirements show how serious she is about protecting her seed. Halle ain't playing about them safety concerns either. She's also asking for a child abduction prevention order that would stop DDG from getting travel documents for Halo, or taking him outside LA County without her written permission. If he does get travel approval, he'd have to provide full itineraries, contact info, and an open airline ticket for Halle in case he tries to pull something shady. She's thinking 10 steps ahead, like a real chess player. The abduction prevention request shows Halle ain't taking no chances. According to her filing, she's worried based on DDG's very agitated behavior when taking Halo in the past, plus those times he allegedly took the child without permission and wouldn't tell her where they were or when they'd be back. The court's taking these concerns seriously enough to put these preventive measures in place speaks volumes about what they think of the situation. What's setting off all them red flags is how DDG allegedly has been weaponizing his massive online platform against Halle. The court docs call out how he's been using his millions of followers to talk mad trash about her, including a May 5th Twitch stream where he implied she was gatekeeping their son. According to Halle, this created a straight-up firestorm online and completely misrepresented how she's been trying to co-parent. The toxic stan culture is mad real, no cap. The filing breaks down how DDG's accusations on his May 5th, 2025, Twitch livestream, while Halle was at the Met Gala, led to massive harassment from his fans online. This shows how different modern relationship beefs are, where social media can multiply the abuse and harassment to crazy levels. When somebody with millions of followers sends their audience after an ex, the real-world consequences can get real. Dangerous, real quick. Like that wasn't enough. Halle also dropped the bombshell that DDG has never paid child support, but has threatened to withhold it, make it make sense, and has used money to control her. Plus, she claims he's taken Halo without permission multiple times, including when the baby was sick, and ghosted her about where they were and when they'd be back. The audacity is on a whole other level. The plot twist that got everybody talking is that Halle filed the restraining order without giving DDG any heads up because she feared he might get violent again or try to run off with Halo. This explains why homie looked completely caught off guard when he found out about it during a live stream. More on that tea coming up. Her legal team suggested this approach based on how serious the allegations are and the potential risk of him retaliating, which is common in cases with a history of physical abuse. Family court lawyers commenting on the case note that emergency restraining orders without notice to the other party only get granted when there's strong evidence of immediate danger. The fact that the judge granted Halle's request suggests they believed her fear was legit and the risk was real enough to warrant immediate action. This type of judicial response tells you the evidence presented wasn't no small thing. The court has ordered both parties to hop on a mediation call on May 30th to try working out custody arrangements. If they can't settle, and let's keep it a buck, the vibes are not giving peaceful resolution. The June 4th hearing will decide everything. Legal experts are already saying that, with how serious these allegations are, reaching an agreement in mediation seems unlikely, setting the stage for what could be a heated court battle. Relationship therapists looking at the case point out that the toxic pattern described in the court documents suggests deep-seated issues that would make productive mediation extremely challenging. When allegations of physical abuse are involved, the power dynamics are too unbalanced for traditional mediation to work. The June 4th hearing will likely be where the real decisions get made about little man Halo's long-term custody situation. The drama is just getting started, y'all. While we're waiting on the next court date, fans on both sides are digging through old social media posts, interviews, and previous relationships, looking for signs they might have missed. The internet never forgets, and receipts from years ago are suddenly getting new attention with these shocking allegations coming to light. Stay locked in as this story continues to unfold. DDG's wild reaction and how the streets are talking. DDG's reaction to the restraining order got caught in 4K during a Twitch stream with controversial streamer Aiden Ross on May 13th, 2025. The moment the news broke, DDG looked absolutely shook.
I thought about not streaming, but I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I always tell everybody else.
His shocked stammering kept going as reality started hitting him. Body language experts are breaking down the clip, saying DDG's reaction looks genuinely surprised and not fake. His wide eyes, stuttering, and inability to form complete sentences suggest he really didn't see this coming. The live stream moment has already been clipped, edited, and remixed all over social media, becoming an instant meme, even though this is some serious business. In classic bros before accountability energy, Aiden Ross immediately started caping for DDG, calling the allegations fake and hyping DDG as a good human being. The clip went straight viral, with everybody in the comments debating whether DDG's shock was real or if he was just acting for the camera. Aiden's knee-jerk defense of DDG, without knowing anything about the allegations, got people heated, with domestic violence advocates pointing out how this automatic dismissal contributes to victims getting silenced. The live stream setting makes this moment extra wild. DDG was literally in the middle of creating content when his personal life blew up in public. The disconnect between his streaming persona and the serious legal situation unfolding in real time created a jarring moment that had viewers glued to their screens. The chat during the stream reportedly went crazy with comments, many expressing shock and confusion as they tried to figure out what was happening. Instead of addressing the serious allegations head-on, DDG decided to keep streaming. The next day, in a weird flex, he explained why he didn't cancel his stream despite the massive controversy. This decision to keep it business as usual struck many as tone-deaf, given how serious the allegations are. Media analysts point out that trying to maintain a normal content schedule during such serious legal trouble shows either extreme denial or a calculated strategy to project innocence and normalcy. Either way, it's a risky move that got everybody analyzing every word and reaction. When viewers started flooding the chat with questions about the allegations, DDG gave big mind your business energy interview. His attempt to shut down questions about the restraining order backfired hard, with clips of this dismissive response going viral across TikTok and X. Content creators and commentary channels immediately started breaking down his body language, noting the contrast between his usually loud personality and this sudden reluctance to talk about something that directly impacts his family and career. Later in the same stream, DDG vented about viewers who were only there for drama, not because they genuinely cared about him. Interview, this moment of self-awareness about how people be rubbernecking on the internet showed a glimpse of the person behind the persona. But critics pointed out the irony of a content creator who's built a whole career on sharing personal details, suddenly demanding privacy when the story ain't favorable to him no more. Outside his streams, DDG's response been weak AF, and on May 14th, he posted on X, "I'm chilling BTW, I have no worries. That's your response to abuse allegations? The internet is not feeling this dismissive energy." When allegations are dead serious, PR experts called this tweet a major misstep, noting that the casual tone and winking emoji come off as disrespectful and inconsiderate, given how serious the situation is. At a time when a thoughtful, measured response could help save his reputation, DDG went with a careless approach that only made more people side-eye him. Even DDG's mama jumped in the mix. Tanya Granberry posted a cryptic Insta story saying, "I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, and hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have made me realize that I've been quiet too long." She's clearly writing for her son, but didn't bring any actual receipts defending him. The wildest part? Halle's court docs spill that DDG's family knew about the alleged abuse. After that January steering wheel incident, Halle says she went to DDG's house and told his family everything, literally crying and begging them to help with scheduling. According to Halle, they just said, "Leave Halo and go." Family dynamics be mad messy, no cap. This alleged reaction from DDG's family raises serious questions about enablement and the cycle of abuse. DDG's fellow content creator homies are rushing to defend him, though. DJ Academics hopped on stream claiming Halle was smearing DDG as a strategy play. Another DDG associate, Baby Rich, tried pushing a narrative that Halle was vacationing, with singer Brent Faiyaz echoing DDG's alleged suspicions and attempting to frame her as the villain.